All right, so there's our shell, that executable. So now let's look at what we have just created. We have just created a raw reverse shell in C, and then we have compiled that into an executable that Windows can read. For the purpose of this video, this is just for cybersecurity educationals only, and everything that we do inside is in a lab control environment. And we're gonna talk about a little bit of network connection, Windows networking, process creation, and input and output direction in C. We are not utilizing the standard library headers. Instead, we're going to be using Windows libraries to create TCP network connections, some APIs. This is what startup info and create process. This is essentially what's going to help us launch new processes. One of those processes is going to be in a remote machine. That port we're going to listen into, and essentially everything in here is going to be the logic of the script. This socket is mainly going to create connections between two machines, and this is going to this is the most important line in the entire script. So normally when you run cmd command line, it's going to communicate locally. The keyboard and the screen is going to be local, right? So when we add this line essentially is going to redirect everything through the TCP socket that we have created. So this is how the command prompt is going to communicate essentially over the connection, which is what creates that interactive remote shell behavior. So now they have a little bit of idea what the binary or the program is doing. We can go back to our remote machine. Let's first run our listener in 4545. And again, we have already done the steps that we did to replace and modify the original service path. And all we need to do is restart the service, 0 tier 1 service, I believe. And there's a fail here, but if you come here, we already connected over the TCP connections that we have created. So this is a small script. If you don't want to utilize or create your reverse shells using MS Venom, it's going to help you and give you the extra usage if you once you really need to use MS Venom. Appreciate